Well. We are back to recap yet another Phish show as we sit and wait on some live shows coming up later this spring and summer. So, where are we going today? Back to October 6th, 2000. Not the final show before the hiatus, the night before the final show. Also at Shoreline, this show was a somewhat forgettable show. Mainly, possibly, if you do remember, it would be the Bob Weir sit-in for the encore and the Grateful Dead tunes that were played there, along with the Chalk Dust Torture. It was actually El Paso, Chalk Dust Torture, West LA Fadeaway was the encore. But why are we starting with the encore? Well, we had really I don't want to say a magnificent first set, but maybe an outstanding set list, at least for me anyhow. Check the set list out before we get to what the action exactly was. First set opens with Carini, followed by Stash and Boogie On, cooling things down a little bit with Mellow Mood, something I think we would almost beg for at this point, and then ending the set strong with Maze, Moma Dance, Antelope. So let's go back to the beginning with that Carini opener. I mean, what a set, right? I love almost all of those songs. I mean, I wouldn't say Mellow Mood is a song that I love, but certainly it would be welcomed, if they're going to play it very rarely. Take that in 2025 even. So the Carini opener, and none of this was really anything exceptional outside of the fences, really. Carini, Stash, Boogie On, what a trio to start it. But then, yeah, it was really just a now, then, anytime Carini would be a nice opener. They didn't go too deep with this. They pretty much just kept it to a good Carini, similar to what we might get now as a YouTube opener, somewhere in that 8 to 10 minute range. And then Stash starts out with just like it's going to be a normal Stash, and it mostly was a normal Stash. Not that that's a bad thing. Even a normal Stash is an outstanding song, really. This was a lot of Trey, though. Maybe if an average Stash is like a 3.5, this was probably a 4. Maybe not quite a 5. There was no like, whoa moments, but there was some, damn, listen to Trey go moments, followed up by Boogie On, which gave Mike a moment there. Again, nothing really that leaves the park here. Not hitting a home run, but Mike definitely going to town. Again, probably a 4 out of 5. Mellow Mood, like I said, just a welcome tune that we're not getting a lot of. Look, they just played Boogie on Reggae Woman. Why not a Bob Marley reggae song? Just that simple, really. Look, Page needs a chance to shine. Fishman gets his moment in every song all the time, really. So you had Trey, you had Mike, now Page, really, for the first half of Maze. And then the second half of Maze, our guy Trey takes over on guitar. Moma Dance, look, it's welcomed here late in the set. Nowadays, it's never going to be this played late in the set. It was, again, a very normal version of Moma Dance. And then the Antelope to end things, really. While, again, nothing that really would blow your mind, just a damn good Antelope ended the set like it would. It's a damn fine Antelope right here. Trey going to town, really. You could hear like a buzz from the crowd, too. I don't know if we had some glow stick action going on or what it was exactly, but you could hear the buzz from the crowd there. That was the first big pop from the crowd, I feel. And then as well as the opener. So then Heavy Things starting the second set. And again, I can't say enough how much I love that playlist there, set list. Looks like a playlist I might create. Okay, I probably wouldn't put Mellow Mood on a personal playlist. But so let's now move on to the second set where Heavy Things opens things up. But it was just a quick run through Heavy Things. Not a lot of time wasted here. Getting into Down with Disease. And then a pretty formulaic Down with Disease. Let's play the song. Let's get into a jam. Let's kind of drift off into something else. While it did fit, it did seem like they were going to maybe take a second round or maybe even a proper finish to Down with Disease, going back into it proper, which then just led into a Spock's Brain kind of coming out of nowhere. And then this was the second biggest pop of the night from the crowd. They knew what they were hearing. It maybe took some time, but once they heard it, one of those songs, it's like it's special if you're there and you hear it, but re-listening later, I don't know. It's not in my top 10 songs. Let's just say that, to put it kindly. Not to crap on it. It wouldn't be in my bottom 10 either. And the move from Down with Disease into Spock's Brain was nice. In-Law Josie Wales, okay. They have to play it live occasionally, I guess, back then. Rift and Cities. Well, look at this. Rift in the second set. Cities, you would hope something big's going to happen here. It really didn't. But then Sand, it did at a point. Trey moving over, having a little keyboard time, going back, and then just taking the thing home. Sand was certainly the highlight, really. Although the Down with Disease was pretty strong as well. Golgi, Brian and Robert too. That was like, if you were gonna play that, you had to play that like after Rift or, they had just played In-Law Josie Wales. I don't know. Felt like maybe they just wanted to play Brian and Robert even before the show started. They had an idea of some songs they wanted to play. They wanted to check that one off the list, and it just felt like it was crowbarred in a little bit. Maybe even save it for the encore. Maybe Bob Weir was like, I want no part of that song. I don't know. Bold as Love, though, getting us going into the encore, which I began the whole recap with, joined by Bob Weir, rhythm guitarist from the Grateful Dead, and vocalist, I should say, and wearer of short shorts, Bob Weir. So then you get El Paso, first time Phish had ever played it, Chalk Dust Torture, and then West LA Fadeaway, even though they were in Northern California. All right, so that is the recap. Boom. One of my favorite set lists, really, from a first set anyhow. Carini, Stash, Boogie On. What a trio to start things. Mellow Mood, all right. Maze, Moment Dance, Antelope. And look, the both sets were somewhat short because they needed about almost 30 minutes for a Bob Weir encore. Can't short a living member of the Grateful Dead. In California, Northern California, at that. All right, guys, boom. Thank you for tuning in. We will have some live shows soon. And if you made it this far, go ahead, give the video a thumbs up. Why not? If you enjoyed it, no pressure, no pressure. Let's be honest, not that many people are going to watch this to even mention that. That was ridiculous. Save that for the live shows, buddy. Love you guys. Boom. Yeah, that was last night. Spud, I got excited about the moon.